72-year-old Joyce Thomas vanished after she was seen leaving her Ville Platte, Louisiana apartment complex in a man's car on February 26, 2020. Later that day, her family received calls from Thomas's cell phone. They were greeted by a male suspect who demanded a ransom in exchange for the senior citizen's safe return and instructed the relatives not to call the police. The kidnapper also sent family members a video message which showed Thomas inside an abandoned house. 4 days after the elderly woman was abducted, her murdered body was found on a property between Sunset and Opelousas, which sat adjacent to the abandoned house seen in the video clip. Police made the discovery with help from another recent kidnapping victim, whom they believed had been abducted by the same suspect. Based on their findings, investigators identified 52-year-old Phillip DeWoody as the suspected kidnapper in both cases. During questioning, DeWoody claimed that he had driven Thomas from her apartment building to a local Walmart store and that he hadn't seen or heard from her since. A review of the store's surveillance footage failed to substantiate this claim, and cell phone location data showed DeWoody and Thomas traveling together on the day the victim disappeared, just months earlier, in June of 2019. DeWoody had been released from prison 91 years early. He had a lengthy list of prior convictions, including for armed robbery, kidnapping, and aggravated escape, and he was on parole at the time of Thomas's murder. The ex-convict changed his story numerous times throughout his conversation with police, at one point claiming that he had seen Thomas getting into an SUV and driving off with a group of men who were on their way to a casino. He finally confessed months later, and in March of 2021 he pleaded guilty to murder, assault, and kidnapping in order to avoid the death penalty. The decision to take capital punishment off the table was made in consultation with the victims' families, who approved of the plea deal and the 3 consecutive life terms that came along with it.